studio now, and I'm going to frame this piece. I'll show you how I frame pastels. First of all, it's an 8 by 10 that we're targeting here, and it's a little bit bigger, so I'll have to trim it down. But I've got some sticks here. They're little plastic sticks. You can zero in on this. And these are called Econo sticks, and they're made by a company called Frame Tech, T-E-K. You can find them online. And I get these big long ones, and then I cut them down, and then I just adhere them to the 8 by 10 piece of glass I have here. So I just peel off the adhesive strip, and they stick right on very easily. And the purpose of these is to keep the pastel away from the glass so it doesn't mold. I discovered, not knowing about this, a pastel I had years ago, it did actually mold on the paper when I had it right up against some glass. So then I take the art tape and I remove it carefully from the pastel. And what I'm going to do today is double check, where the 8 by 10 point is, and then just trim it down with scissors so it's exactly 8 by 10. If you were framing it, of course, in a mat, you'd want it a little bit larger than the 8 by 10 opening, so it would have a place to go on the back. But here, it won't. So what I'm going to do is just pull it up here and kind of see about where is the best place to trim this thing. I want to keep some of this path in here, so I'm going to trim it about like this. So you can also buy some. Recently, you can buy some pastel kind of sanded paper that's glued to gator foam to exact sizes, and that's made for people who are working out in the field, like in plein air events, and they don't want to have to do all this detailed work of framing like this at the last minute to an exact size. So now, when we were out in the field, we had already kind of flipped the painting off, to kind of get the extra pastel dust off. It looks like there's still a little bit of loose dust on it. Okay, so now I'm going to first of all clean my glass. So I just use a little glass cleaner and make sure we don't have any dust sitting out there on this side of the glass. We'll put the pastel right up against the spacers. It'll still a little bit up here. Like so. And then I'll just put it in the frame, which I've already pre-drilled some little holes here to use with something that's called offset clips, which will help keep it in place here. I'll put my backing board, which is a piece of foam core set and cut to the exact size, and that will help protect the painting. So we put the foam core down, and then I get my offset clips, and this looks like it's one of the thin ones here, like about 1/8 of an inch or even less. So I have these different sizes, and I just will screw them down in place here. Kit of hardware for this purpose. If you're doing an oil painting or an acrylic painting, it's a lot easier to just slip the painting inside the frame and use a point driver to kind of hold it in place. One of the disadvantages to pastels is that they often don't sell for as much as a oil or acrylic painting, and yet they're more complicated and a little bit more expensive to frame. So everything has its pros and cons, but it has the advantage again of lightweight. It's really easy to use. It's fun if you like to do drawing and that kind of thing. I did take my photograph of this also before we started filming, so that's important. Sometimes I forget to do that, and so then once you have it behind the glass, you don't have a real good record shot of it. I try to do a record shot of just about every piece I do. Right, one more piece, and then we're done. Mm-hmm. I'm going to call this Sacred Path. And though the path isn't real prominent, I'll write down the size and sign it on the back. And let's see how it turned out. Not too shabby. So that's gallery ready, and I'm going to take it over to my gallery in Jerome this afternoon and add it to my display.